Devin Haney versus Jorge Linares just recently wrapped up. We're going to talk about the excellent performance for Devin Haney. Of course, there was some adversity, and there's always going to be naysayers on Devin Haney, but he is a skilled fighter. And there were a lot of things to like in that performance. You look at, I'm going to have my scorecard right here. I scored the fight live as we went through the live stream. Appreciate everybody who tuned into that, and I appreciate everybody tuning in right now. Actually, if you haven't yet, smash the like button on this video, and if you're new here, subscribe, and let's talk about my scorecard. First 4 rounds were all Haney, in my opinion. Beautiful jab being worked, moving well. Granted, the fourth was more competitive. The first 3, clear-cut Haney, the jab doing a ton of damage and dominance. Rounds 4 and 5, more competitive. I actually gave round 5 to Linares. Did land some decent shots for sure. And then rounds 6, 7, 8, and 9, I felt started going the way of Haney again. But Linares did stun Haney, I believe, in that 9th round and had him a bit hurt. Or actually, I think that was the 10th round. He hurt him bad with that left hook. Actually, it was with the right hand, and then he threw the left hook after, and he stunned Haney. You saw Haney wobble right as that round ended. Lucky that was at the end of the round. You land that 30 seconds sooner, you might be looking at Linares putting Haney down and maybe even getting a knockout win. Granted, in the next few rounds, I do think, in rounds 11 and 12, good rounds for Linares. He's pushing forward. He's pressuring. He had Haney fairly badly hurt, but Haney's still able to recover. Towards the end, he was holding a lot. People aren't going to love that. There's always going to be naysayers on the side of Devin Haney. My scorecard was 8 rounds to 4 in favor of Devin Haney. Some good rounds for Linares, but 22? Devin Haney's a young kid in this game, and he's improving at a fast rate. He'll continue to get better and better, and he got a big win here over Jorge Linares, who's an extremely difficult test. Like, this was the perfect matchmaking, in my opinion, and I'm really glad that this fight was made. I actually want to bring up the Ring Magazine rankings in the lightweight division, because I do want to check out who could maybe be next. I believe we're at super lightweight rather than lightweight, so we'll quickly switch that up here. No, we're at lightweight. What am I talking about? That's junior lightweight we're looking. So, Teofimo champion, obviously top guy in the weight class now after beating Vasily Lomachenko, the Ring Magazine champ. Ryan Garcia still in the mix. Hopefully I'm not covering up this whole screen. Linares was ranked number 7 by Ring, so still a fairly notable guy and towards the top for sure. Who's next for Haney? Well, I personally believe skill set wise, he deserves to be fighting the best of the best. I don't think a fight with these guys back here makes much sense. Eventually, you got to take the fight. For Devin Haney, I think you either do the Teofimo Lopez fight next. You consider setting up the Ryan Garcia fight very soon, which would be a huge matchup, but will kill one of the hot young prospects, at least for now. Or do you do Vasily Lomachenko Haney? I don't know the direction they're going to go exactly. Looking at all these names, I think most of you will agree. I mean, I don't really want to see him fighting the guys towards the back end of the Ring Magazine top 10 rankings. I want to see him fight the top guy. And I think Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney should be next. With Haney being the WBC world champion, I think let's unify the belts and let's do Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney very soon. I do believe Haney is booked off the top of my head. I'm going to have to double check on this one. Teofimo Lopez. I think he's fighting next week, right? It's the June 5th. Yeah, it is. It's on the Triller Fight Club card. Yeah. June 5th card. Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos. So assuming Teofimo gets through that fight and is victorious, June 19th, we're going to look at exactly when this fight is booked. We're going to pull up BoxRec because I don't want to give you guys any misinfo. But after this fight, assuming Teofimo is victorious, it's on the 19th. I think you got to do the fight with Teofimo and Devin Haney. It sells. It's a huge step up in competition for Devin Haney, but it's moving in the right direction. And there comes a time in a fighter's career where he really has to make that next step. I believe he wants to do it. He's open to do it. He has the world title. No more tune-up fights. Linares was a great test. He passed. Not an easy fight against Teofimo. Early lean on that fight. that's tricky. Might have to lean Teofimo there, but we'll see what they do with Devin Haney next. Gets a big win for Linares. He'll still be sticking around. He's still a notable name. Might not ever be world champion again, but still will be a fun contender and a top-of-the-line gatekeeper without a doubt, and still there to make significant money. He had some great moments in this fight, and I was very impressed with Jorge Linares' toughness, chin. This is his first decision loss. Doesn't get finished here. 35 going on 36. I still think he's got a few very good fights left in him. Overall, was a pretty good card, and in this main event, we saw a great win for Devin Haney. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and I will see you all in the next video.